Prayer is waiting. We're getting used to waiting. It's a curious thing when you're waiting for something or someone. You can't hurry it along. There's nothing you can do to make the waiting any less or any longer. You are not the active principle anymore. You have to be passive and wait. And this is so true about our prayer. We are passive and we wait. And that takes a great deal of effort on our part. It takes a lot of effort not to be doing something. It takes a lot of effort not to be the one who pulls it off. Even harder, it takes a great deal of effort not to want to be the person who pulls it off. I find that a lot when I talk to people in spiritual direction or in confession, that they're not praying properly, that they find that their prayers are dry and empty and not like they used to be. It seems that they're comparing their present life of prayer with something that used to be, or might be, or should be, rather than allowing prayer to be as it is. Because prayer is God's gift to us. It is the work of the Holy Spirit within us. So really, we need to work hard at relaxing about our prayer. As you get older, it becomes more difficult. We disclose what's in our minds and our hearts to God. And we do that with confidence. We don't hold anything back. We just say things as they are. And we know that our particular life, our particular form of living, our particular state of life, who we are, where we are, who we're with, what's on my plate, has been given by God. And we open that to Him in an act of trust. And then we wait. St. Augustine says, if I can find this, St. Augustine says, your very desire is itself your prayer. If your desire is continued, so is your prayer also. Whatever you're doing, if you are desiring to pray, you are praying. If you do not wish to cease from prayer, do not cease from this desire. So it's our intention, our desire, where our heart wants to be. This is our prayer. And you'll find when you are silent, you can find a time to be silent. We all can. But if you have that silent half hour, at least once a day, you'll find once you've done what you can do to maintain that, switch off phones and computers and lock the kids under the stairs or whatever you have to do, then in that half hour, say, your mind will start to tell stories to you. It doesn't want to be quiet. It's not designed to be quiet. But you'll have the external, what we call distractions. The car alarm going off in the next street, or somebody smoking a pipe in the next room. These things come in through your external senses, and your mind starts to work on them. You can get annoyed by those things, or you can be patient with those things and simply lift them to God. Then we start with the internal distractions, so we call them. We find our minds going to our resentments in particular, the things that annoy us, the people that annoy us, the memories of hurt we've had from the past, our worries about the future, those things aren't present. They're from the past or from the future or somewhere else. With these things, though, we can't get rid of them. I think we simply acknowledge that they're there and then come back to ourselves. It's what you find in the exercise of mindfulness. I think that that's been extremely useful. It has for me, to simply allow things to be where they are and as they are, not to feed off them, but to come back into myself. And then to find a little word or a little phrase. It can be the holy name, it can be Jesus. Or it can be still and know that I am God. It doesn't matter what it is, it's not the word that's important, it's the thing that brings you back into your present. And then you wait. The stillness isn't prayer. It's your desire which is prayer. Exalted states of consciousness aren't prayer. It's your desire which is prayer. Things turning right, things going according to what you want, that isn't prayer. It's your desire which is prayer. And where your heart is, where your desire is, that's heaven. You see, God isn't waiting to do things. God is already doing things. God isn't waiting upon us to get the formula right. It's for us to wait upon him so that we know that he's already doing these things. That's a big move in prayer. It takes a lot of the angst away from it, a lot of the worry away from it. And so prayer then becomes, with time, something that you do all the time. You have periods of specific prayer when you go to Mass, or when you pray the Liturgy of the Hours, or you say the Rosary, or the Divine Mercy, or whatever it is. Read the Scriptures. These are times of your action in prayer. But it is the waiting and being still and learning that God is doing all these things. And that God is the one who's holding us in the palm of his hand. That God is our Father and God is our Mother. And he makes all things well around us. Wait on him, be still, and know that he is God. God bless. May God's holy angels guard your comings and your goings and surround you and all those whom you love both in this world and the next.